Welcome to night school where the shadows creep. Grab your popcorn, don't fall asleep. The doors are open, let the nightmares play. You won't make it out today. Welcome to night school! She grins in the dark with your secrets in tow. Creed paints her smile with the shame you won't show. He slashes with style, blood drips by the door. Glorious God! This is what legends are for. With the click of his pen and a therapist's sneer, he lists all your sins you didn't know were near. Smoke curls like truth in a midnight hymn. Las lecciones still smoking man. Pecados que no se extinguen sin fin. Are you scared yet?
Are you scared yet is a great question indeed. Welcome to Night School Horror with a new updated theme song. Oh, indeed, I love that theme song so much because it mentions me. It says me. And if you don't know who I am, well, be careful because you just might make the list. I'm Tommy James, a.k.a. Mr. Oh So Smooth, the smooth effect himself, the movie guy, baby, or as everybody loves to call me, your favorite movie therapist. And today we are discussing, we're talking about an anticipated movie, for me at least. I got a chance to see it when it first came out. Literally that week, I was able to see it. And honestly, I'll tell you right off the bat, I truly enjoy this movie. But I am not here alone. I am with somebody in the corner currently, being a little creepy. Sabrina, do you mind coming a little closer to the front of the classroom at least? Right now, you're all the way in the back. I know this is extra credit, but you got to get a little closer. Sabrina, Florida's favorite creep, is here. Hi, Sabrina.
Hi, if I must. I will emerge from my corner. It's just really cozy, man. I don't know, but you know what? I'm excited. I'm here. I'm with it. I will have to pull something out of that corner for you later, but we'll talk about that later. I do have something over there. But what's up, everybody? It's Florida's favorite creep. I'm here, and I am happy because we like to pick up friends. Don't we, Tommy?
Yes, that's one thing about Night School Horror. As we always say, Sabrina, you know this too, because we came up with the slogan together that enrollment is always open and class is always in session, which means the doors, they have recently reopened not too long ago. So we have with us a new student in class. Hooray, we have a new student. So excited. Who doesn't love a
creep?
Good, oh, no, well, we don't know. We don't know because they could be creepy. They could be smoking cigarettes and giving us lessons. They could be really into gore and think it's glorious. Or they may be careful because they might make the list. Please introduce yourself, new student.
Hi, I'm Fiery Final Girl.
Hi, Fiery Final Girl.
Hi.
Welcome to Night School Horror.
It's so cool to have you here.
I am excited. I think.
You think? Well,
yeah.
You know what? I got a question for you. So, when it comes to horror, what is your go-to horror? Now, we all have different kind of taste when it comes to the horror genre itself. Me, personally, I'm very more psychological horror. Sabrina, obviously, she's creepy as fuck, so she likes weird shit, B-rated, C-rated, sometimes D-rated movies. We know Mr. Malave,
Absolutely
he's just
treasured.
Big into the whole gory slashers, hence Glorious Gore, and Big Money Eddie, he loves it all. So what is your go-to when it comes to the horror genre?
Originally, it was always slashers. That was number one, always. But lately, I've been a lot more into psychological horror.
Ooh.
Very good, very good. Love to hear it. What currently would you say is your favorite horror movie? Or what is your favorite scary movie, if I'm going to have to say it in the Scream way?
That's such a hard question.
You would think, right? We got to start off strong.
I'm trying to think if I should go newer or older.
Whatever works.
Why not
for
one
you.
from each?
Yeah, sure, fucking
Okay.
do it.
Well, everyone who knows me knows that it's Silence of the Lambs is my favorite movie of all time.
Great choice.
Classic.
People are tired of hearing me say that, actually.
Phenomenal.
And I do love the Terrifier movies. I'm a huge fan of them.
All right, Terrifier.
Hell
And
yeah.
you did actually mention that you will be going to Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando, Florida this year, correct?
Yes.
Oh, so are you going to go in the Terrifier house?
Of course.
Of course. So you want to smell the shit. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
It's down to smell shit. That's just absolutely insane. All right, but are you going dry or are you, I mean, this is funny. Are you going dry or are you going wet?
I'm wondering, is that an actual choice, though? Like,
It is.
they're saying that.
It is.
Okay.
It is a choice.
is.
I believe
I'm just
in
going to go all
Hollywood,
out
there is no
then.
choice.
I'm just going to go all out. I
Going
guess I'll get
all
wet.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe.
If I'm going to go in.
Yeah, I
got
mean,
some
I
insight on
understand
this.
that. I believe in Hollywood, it is no choice. It is wet. But I believe
Yes.
only in Orlando, you do have the option to go into the dry or into the wet. It's fun to say it that way. Sabrina, we know, of course, you are going to be going to Halloween Horror Nights as well. Oh, so we're like the Halloween Horror Nights crew right here. Which one are you? I know you're going to Terrifier. You want to smell the shit. What are you going to go into wet, of course, right?
Both, sir.
Oh, yes, that's true.
So,
you do love to try both
I got
sides.
some insight.
Ooh,
I
let's
do.
hear it. Let's hear it.
I got some insight that I thought I was really hoping the wet trail would be blood splatter. And I'm thinking, yeah, we can get covered in fake blood. It's going to be a lot of fun. You know, wear clothes that you don't mind getting ruined. I was a little disappointed to find out that it's going to be water, just with the smell of rotting blood. The water itself is not going to be scented. You're just going to smell it while you get hit with water. So I kind of like the idea that it's just like a fun little water slide issue on one trail, and then the other trail's like, yeah, you just smell shit. So
yeah.
either way, I'm going down both sides. I gotta do the wet trail first and then the dry trail so I can really take everything in without getting smacked in the face with water.
Absolutely. I can understand that. Also, they did say that when they will douse you in bleach, that's going to be water that smells like bleach.
Yes.
Because we are getting the bedroom scene from Terrifier 2. So
Yes.
yippee. Very
It's my
excited
favorite
about that.
scene. Favorite scene ever.
Well, you know what?
Don't stay in there too long. Your eyes might burn.
Well, yeah, you'd stand in the fucking shit fucking smell. It'll make your eyes burn. So I am actually going to Halloween Horror Nights next week. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there on the 31st. I know I'm not too thrilled that I'm going on fucking Labor Day weekend either, but it is unfortunately my only opportunity to go, at least at this time. Maybe I'll go again. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But I am excited. I am not going in the Terrifier house due to the fact that I don't like the smell of shit, and smells are going to get me. It's going to give me a weird feeling in my tum-tum, and I don't like that weird feeling in the tum-tum. I want to have a good time. I don't want to puke all over the floor. Gore doesn't
Go in
bother
there
me. But
first.
that's good. No, that's stupid, because if I go, yeah, and then all of a sudden now I don't want to play no more. You know, I don't want to go home. I'm going to start laying on the floor and crying. Everyone's going to make fun of me.
Go on an empty stomach. You'll be fine.
No, not with me. Not with me. I'm not a smell type of person. It doesn't. Listen, I wear glasses because my eyes suck, which means my other senses are stronger. My nose is very, very strong. And I don't need to be putting mad people on the list when I go there. So we'll see what happens. But I will be 1,000% going in to the Wyatt Six house. I am so pumped for that. I saw a couple of pictures. They had Bray Wyatt's chair and the lantern, which is awesome. That whole sign of respect. Actually, funny enough, we are recording this on the 24th of August. He died 2 years ago. This would be his second year anniversary. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see The Fiend. I am so pumped. But I will be the first one of Night School Horror to douse themselves in Halloween Horror Nights. So pumped.
You are. I thought I was going early, but you're going really
I'm
early.
going super duper early. And Christian's coming too, so it's first time ever going.
Oh, boy.
I know, I'm never gonna see what happens. But he's excited.
Well, you know
He's
that
really
means you have to
go.
report back to us.
Oh, well, report back. I'm gonna be doing video recordings, and again, if someone messes with me too much and I get scared, they're gonna make my list. But I got a little list now, so I can carry it around. I'm not carrying that one around, so I got the little list. But again, very excited. I'm glad that we're all going to be there at Halloween Horror Nights. So, hey, maybe you'll get different videos and perspectives of us when we go to Halloween Horror Nights. And we'll tell you what we think. You girls can go into the Terrifier house and smell some shit, get wet, maybe get dry, and then let us know when you get out what you thought about it. People are going to want to know.
Oh, yeah.
What if I don't get out?
Well, then it was nice to know you, Sabrina. We appreciate everything you do for this show. And I guess you'll be stuck in his corner. I said that. That's right. So, ladies, it is time. Let's get down to the business, because what we are here to do is talk about the movie Weapons. Gives me that feeling inside when I think about it, because, dude, I loves this movie. It's directed by Zach Krager, and what a cast. What a cast. Sabrina, I got to go to you real quick before we really dive in. Cast-wise, how do you feel?
I felt really good about the cast. I also think it was a little funny that we had, 3 Marvel heroes in there? 4 if you want to count Josh Brolin as 2 characters, depending on which universe you're in. But I absolutely love the cast. And I also got to shout out Austin Abrams, who was born in Sarasota. Thank you. Repping the hometown.
Was he really?
Yeah. It was Sarasota, and he was like 3 years younger than me.
Oh,
he never met him, but
James.
Saw him all over the place. But yes, and I do like that. Not to get in the movie too much because we're talking about the cast, but I like what they did with the cast of having their different perspectives from their characters throughout the whole movie. And James was my favorite. Just throwing that out.
James was your favorite. I'm glad that you decided to answer a question I was going to get to. But good enough. Good enough. Edie, let me go to you next, because I want you to tell me what you feel when it comes to this cast right off the bat.
I loved the cast. I really enjoyed Julia Garner in it. Did I say her name right? I feel like I messed her name up.
Yeah, no, Julia Garner.
Okay.
Yep,
I almost said Judy Garland.
Understandable. Very similar.
That's Dorothy.
I know.
Very, very different, but they're definitely not in Kansas anymore.
Definitely not. No, I really enjoyed her character a lot, but I also really liked how they went into each character, and I think James was actually my favorite character as well.
Yeah.
It was just so funny, and it was all just very unique, the whole everything.
Yeah, I have to agree too, because I also I really enjoyed this cast. I think James was an amazing character in a sense because it was played so well. That man can play a junkie. I tell you, you would think he's a junkie in real life. Yeah. Man can play a junkie. Nailed it. Absolutely.
If you were born in Sarasota, you have a lot of resource material.
So he had a lot to work with, and he worked with it very well. My favorite character, though, is indeed Josh Brolin. I thought I remember, keep in mind, that was originally supposed to be Pedro Pascal.
Yes.
It wouldn't have worked. I'm
glad it was Josh Brolin.
Yes, because he can play that angry, but he's concerned at the same time. And then at the towards the end, when he starts to choke out Julie Gardner, you can believe he's going to kill her. Like, you're like, oh yeah, no, he's a strong man. That's Thanos right there. He's going to totally kill the Silver Surfer. But if it was like Pedro Pascal doing it, I'm not saying he's not like a menacing man, but I would say she can kick his ass way before Pedro Pascal can kick her ass. That's my opinion. Would you agree?
You're entitled to that opinion.
I personally don't know the difference, so of those two. So
I'm more stuck on your thing of it wouldn't have worked if it was Pedro Pascal.
You think it would work?
Just because of the emotion? No, it wouldn't.
Okay.
It wouldn't have worked if it was Pedro Pascal. The emotion that he portrays, Josh Brolin is not only a concerned dad, but the interaction he has with his wife too, where he's sleeping in his son's bed clearly via the Batman sheets.
Yes.
And his wife walks in and says, well, I'm going to work, and then slams the door. I feel like the expression on his face is what truly brought me into the character, for me going, nope, Josh Brolin is perfect for that role. It can't be Pedro, because Pedro just has that like sad look, the one where it makes me want to give him a hug.
Sure.
And tell him that I'm sorry. Josh Brolin makes me go, ooh, I'm going to leave you the fuck alone.
Yeah, I agree.
He's a dad grieving in a very specific way that I just can't fuck with.
Like, I agree.
You do your thing. I'll be like your wife, and I'm dipping while you deal with your shit.
Yeah, I can understand that 1,000%. Looks like there's going to be, like, if she said something stupid, he'd be punch her in the face
Yeah.
because he's Thanos. He's also Cable.
I was going to say, or Cable.
And he was also
But Cable
in,
did love his wife.
Yes, that's true. That's true. But he was also in the Goonies.
He was.
He was.
Yes.
He was the brother. He was Mike. So, okay, let's look at it this way. My next question actually was going to be, because the one thing that I'm hearing from a lot of people, which it kind of ticks me off sometimes when I hear it, is they felt the movie was too slow. And the reason that they felt the movie was too slow is because it was done in a chapter sense of each character and their view. Here's the thing. I actually really liked that. I like movies that do stuff like that. It's very Quentin Tarantino-ish. And it's nice to get the different sides of these characters. Zach Krager is making it very clear. These are the people you need to worry about. All these side characters, you don't need to worry about them. They're there. They don't play too much of a factor, but these are the characters that truly, truly matter. And I love that they all intertwine because it's literally happening in a span of, what would you say, 2 weeks? About a 2 week span. So we get that chance to be in their perspective, be their eyes and their ears and see what's going on. And then when, something happens and it just cuts to black to go to the next character, leaves you wondering, well, what the fuck? Where are we supposed to go? Where are we going from here? I want to see more. Well, we will. We'll get there. We're not there yet. Wait till that other character is going to answer those questions. So to me, that really worked. So, Edie, I'm going to ask you, go right to you first. I know you mentioned it, that you do like the whole chapters. You like how they
I do. I love it. I love movies like that as well. I think that's I guess other movies have done it, but I find it to be unique. Like, I know it's not the first time it was done that way, but I really personally enjoyed it.
Yeah. Again, I agree because it's just, it fits. It draws you in as a viewer to see something like that where you're like, ooh, where's this going? And what else I like is because it's a mystery, you learn more as it goes on.
I think it also gives you more insight into the characters as well.
Yes, that is very true. It's like the movie Clue, except in Clue, they just give you different endings. We didn't get a different ending in this movie, but that's how Clue works. There's multiple characters. We get to see different perspectives of each character to really determine who is the killer. Because truly, Sabrina, is this movie a horror movie? Would you truly classify it as horror?
I would. Honestly, it's going to be cross genre. So whether you think of it as a horror comedy or horror mystery or horror thriller, it's still horror is the base of it. It is meant to be the baseline of a horror movie.
Okay. I would put thriller over the horror, but definitely put it in that category. It's difficult to. It definitely has its comedy moments too. There's a lot of moments that are very funny.
100%.
But of course, it has the sprinkle of horror to it. I give more thriller mystery on it, a little bit more than that. Kind of how he did Barbarian. Barbarian is a weird thriller that turns into some weird horror and then is funny at the same time. So Krager has that. He has that in his back pocket. That's what he likes to use. So I'm kind of interested in seeing what he's going to do with Resident Evil because.
Oh, yeah.
What? There's going to be a lot to fuck with right there. And as we know, we did an episode on Welcome to Raccoon City, and we liked Welcome to Raccoon City. It really paid homage to the video game. Mm-hmm. So I don't know where I think he mentioned it it's going to be more pre. So you're not really going to see those characters Chris Redfield and whatnot. We're not going to get Leon. We're not going to get Wesker. It's going to be before I guess the virus truly hits in. So it's going to be interesting. Going to be very interesting to see where he goes with this. And we'll also, do you think Justin Long will show up in the movie?
I can't say for certain because I thought he was going to have a bigger hand in this movie too, and he didn't, but I was still happy to see him. And I'll also say it's the first horror movie I've seen him in where he doesn't die.
Well, the first?
Oh, I'm talking about weapons.
No. what I'm saying, that's the first horror movie you've seen where Justin Long does not die?
Wait, what's that one movie
this
where
one,
he
yes.
doesn't die? There is one though.
Drag Me to
I'm
Hell.
saying this is the
Yes.
first one that I've seen him in that doesn't die. I mean, Drag Me to Hell, like, I don't know. I didn't see Drag Me to Hell until like forever ago, but it was. Drag Me to Hell is not one of those movies that I talk about in high praise.
Oh, okay. Excuse me. I like that movie.
I do too, but again, this is like Justin Long was in a main role there. This one, I thought he was going to be in a bigger role. He's
Okay.
not.
Okay.
And
Yes.
he
No,
doesn't
he's just
die
a father. He's just a
Yes.
father, and I think that part was great though, because like Josh Brolin
yeah.
walks up, and then he turns around. Because I remember in theater, keep in mind I went to go see the movie by myself. So when he turns around in theater, I went, "Oh, like, yeah, nice," and it's just like that whole thing. So I feel like he's going to be one of Zach Krager's boys, like where it's like any movie I do, you're going to appear, even if it's small.
I hope so. I like Justin Long.
I do like Justin Long as well.
Are there people that don't like him? I'm just curious. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say that. Really?
I have heard people that do not like Justin Long.
I guess I've heard everybody praise him. Like I think most horror fans love him.
Well, what
anyway.
do you think about Justin Long?
I like him.
Would you say
Kinda cute, too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. That was
He's
good.
like that
was good.
goofy kind of cute where you're like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I agree. I think so too. He has a little cuteness to him. I was funny because when he was in the movie Jeepers Creepers, obviously nobody really knew who Justin Long was at that point. And I kept saying he looks like the guy from Hoobastank. I was like, he looks like the lead singer of Hoobastank. And I thought at one point he was indeed the lead singer of Hoobastank. He's not. But I truly like him as an actor. He usually plays like those nerdy kind of characters. Unfortunately, in horror movies, he usually meets his demise in some phenomenal ways. But not this one. He does not indeed meet his demise in this one.
Now I'm always going to think of Hoobastank when I think of him.
Yes, thank God I'm not going to be the only person for this. Yes, you're going to picture Crawling in the Dark music video, and it's not Justin Long. I learned that very, very quickly, too. Not Justin Long. So
We're
before
going to think of Hoobastank for Justin Long, and the reason is you.
Yeah.
I see what you did
It's your
there.
fault.
I see what you did there. You gave me a reason. Very good. The reason was me. Very good. I like that one. Edie, real quick, before this movie came out, you saw the trailer. What was your feeling for it? Were you hyped up for this movie? Were you kind of on the fence? What did you feel?
I think it was probably my most anticipated movie of the year personally. I'm not sure what movie I was seeing when I first saw the trailer, but obviously I'd seen it in the theater, the trailer, and I was like, I have to see that movie. Like, it looks so good. It just, I don't know, it drew me in. I wanted to see more. I wanted to watch it like that day when I saw the trailer. I was
Me too.
pretty excited for it.
Me too. I was like, whoa, this looks really good. Sabrina, what did you feel when you first saw this trailer?
I thought it was going to be probably one of the biggest horror movies of the year. Mm-hmm. Honestly, of the year. And coming from Together, the release of Together, I was like, no, Weapons is going to be so much bigger. And I mean, yes, but also the complaints I've been hearing about it seem really dumb because I went into this movie thinking it was going to be pure horror, mystery, thriller, and that it was going to be nothing but like serious despite the director. And then when I finally got into this movie, I was like, no, this actually exceeded my expectations, just not in the way that I thought it would.
Sure.
That's how I feel too.
Yeah.
Sure, absolutely. So now that we have that, so as we all agreed, we were all anticipating this movie. We were all pumped for it. We all thought, yes, very possible. This could be top 3 horror movie of the year. Still has a possibility to be that. What about now? You've seen the movie. The movie has been seen. You've sat there. You watched it. You had popcorn. You had soda. Maybe you had some fucking candy at the same time. Did you jump?
Twizzlers.
Who knows? See, you had some Twizzlers. I had popcorn. Sabrina, what are your thoughts of this film?
This film exceeded my expectations. I feel like it perfectly blurred the line between horror and comedy without being a horror comedy. The horror aspects when it was terrifying, it truly was gruesome and terrifying. when it hit for funny, it had me laughing. And I'm like, wait, I'm still watching the same movie. And to combine those two elements for me is huge because horror comedy is definitely top tier to me. But this one did a perfect balance of both without having to be both.
Yeah,
You know?
I understand that. That's really good, and I'm on the same boat as you. I really enjoyed this movie. I walked out. I didn't walk out with a huge smile on my face because that'd be weird. People think I'm a psycho. But I walked out. I was very pleased because I went in. I was excited for this movie, and someone almost ruined it for me. Really got me mad about when I think about it now. The same day. Keep in mind, I seen it on a Thursday. Had AMC, and I'm like, I'm fucking going to see this. So pumped up, so ready to fucking go. And somebody sends me a screenshot of their friend who went to a wide screener days beforehand, and it says, "This movie is good. It is funny, and it is gory." Now, I have to ask you, ladies, this is a very, very simple question. Do you feel that is wrong? That's not movie etiquette. Somebody doing that.
It is not.
Right?
That is not movie etiquette.
You don't
If you've
do
seen
that.
a movie before everybody else, you give no spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers
No
before.
spoilers.
Yeah.
You don't give spoilers. And here's the thing. The person, and don't worry, we'll get there, but the person told me it's not spoilers. There's no spoilers. I said, are you kidding me? This person that you took the screenshot from and then sent it to me wrote good. So now my anticipation is, well, this is a good movie. They said it's funny. So now I'm anticipating I'm going to laugh. And it's gory, which means I'm going to see some shit. You have now almost could have possibly ruined my viewing because now my anticipation going in blindly can be possibly ruined. What if it would have said not good, not funny, and definitely not gory? Now I'm ruined. Now I'm completely ruined. So yeah, no movie etiquette. Did not like that. Was very upset about it. But again, it did not affect me. I went into the movie, I watched it, and I really, really enjoyed it. I'm very happy with what I seen. And but then we got a lot of horror movies coming out this year. So will it be in a top 5? Possibly. I can't guarantee it because there's so much more to go. Edie, your thoughts after seeing the film. How do you feel now?
I kind of had my mouth open a lot during the movie because it was kind of like Sabrina said, I didn't expect it to be what it was. So I was very, even after leaving, with all the funny scenes and stuff, I didn't expect that. I was just kind of my mouth was open, but I loved it. I really, really enjoyed this movie a lot. And I think it's probably, for me, it's my second favorite 2025 movie horror-wise. But I don't know. I loved it.
That's good. What's your number 1 currently?
Right now it's Bring Her Back.
Oh.
Which wasn't I don't think that was that in the theaters? I watched it on streaming. It came out earlier, right?
It was in the theater.
It was in the theaters.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
I didn't get to see it in theaters, but
I wish I
I've been
would've.
wanting to see it. So
I
the
have
fact
not
that you
seen-
give it
I have
high
not
praise,
seen that.
I'm down.
It's my favorite. I don't know how you'll feel about it, but it's definitely my favorite of the year. But Weapons is a very, very high second to that. I mean, they're totally different movies, but for me, but Weapons is pretty high up there.
Okay. Well, no matter what, even if they are different movies, a lot of people will complain and say, you can't compare two. You can compare whatever you want. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I can compare a drama with a horror. It's still a fucking movie. I can compare to determine how well the directing compared to the writing was. You could do that. Yeah, okay, they're two different type of genres, but there's always something to compare. Always
It's hard
something
because there's
to
so
compare.
many this year, though.
We have
so many good
much.
ones.
So much to come,
True.
too. Legitimate. We have a list of all these movies coming out. I'm very excited for most of them. So, Sabrina, you mentioned that James is your all-time favorite character in this movie.
Yes.
Now, let's go.
Holy
We're going to
moly.
jump into it. Let's talk about Mr. James, okay? Well, his story, his chapter. What did you love about his chapter?
To preface, the fact that we go through a bunch of different characters and all of their perspectives matter based on what's happening around them, and some of it doesn't seem like it's relevant to the main story, but the fact that we're seeing a part of it that contributes to the main story, to the grand finale of the last chapter matters. So for people that complain saying, well, parts of them don't matter, all of them do. Every single chapter matters for build up, for context, for the big show at the end. If you just showed me at the end without a single character or a character that was removed, it wouldn't hit as hard for me. So James specifically, James's chapter started out.
Break it down.
It started out as a continuation from the chapter of Paul, the officer. So we already know the whole chapter with Paul and what happens with James, but then we smash cut to James and his chapter starting as like a smash cut of just little clips from Paul's until he gets decked in the face. And then we see like aftermath of that. And the fact that
before you continue,
James's,
real quick, do you feel he was justified in punching him in the face?
No.
Even though he got struck with a needle? He did ask him. I'm not saying I'm down for police brutality.
No.
I'm just saying I know I'd hit him.
I just also, you know my background. I used to work in corrections as well. I did a lot of pat downs. People are prone to lie to you no matter what.
Sure.
So you always assume that they have something on them, even if you ask. The fact that officer just reached his hand directly in his pocket instead of grabbing the outside first, kind of his fucking fault.
Okay.
He didn't follow code. He didn't follow policy. Does it suck? Yes. But I'm also surprised that officer didn't immediately go to the hospital and get the AIDS cocktail and just casually asks James later, do you have hepatitis? Do you have AIDS? It's like, he lied to you at first. Why are you going to ask him again?
Yeah,
maybe he's
point.
lying to you again.
That's a good point.
So to me, I just think that officer's dumb. Paul is dumb and incompetent. And we know that from his background of, cheating on Deborah, I think her name was.
Yes.
Donna.
Donna.
Cheating on Donna.
Between
Donna.
Plus, we also got to
his
remember
entire life.
Well, let's remember one thing about him, real fast. We have to remember this.
Yeah.
That's young Han Solo.
Yes.
That movie sucked.
So, even discrediting him as young Han Solo, because that's a whole other bag of worms that I'm not even going to pretend to acknowledge right now.
Yes.
It's the fact that Paul makes terrible decisions in his personal life, and now he's making terrible decisions in his professional life, including but not limited to trusting someone that is, trusting a meth head and just, I'm asking you, do you have anything in your pocket? No. Okay, I'm just going to believe you right out the gate. Bro, no.
Okay. No, but you have
So
the
was he
background,
justified
so you
in it? Was he justified? No. Does it make for great story? Yes.
Yes. Go
Makes
ahead.
for great story.
Continue on. I had to ask you. I know your background, so I had to ask.
No. Completely understandable. Based from James's smash cut beginning, I'm like, this is already going to be great. I'm so invested. Tell me about James. And as we go on through James's story, we see him trying to metaphorically smoke the glass stick in the woods as he's trying to light up a meth pipe in a shambled tent. And it's like, okay, so now we're getting the point of a meth head. And I didn't know how they were going to take this, of if it's going to be true storytelling or more of an unreliable narrator because he's under the influence of drugs. I thought maybe he's going to see some shit that isn't there because he's on drugs. Maybe it's going to be like unreliable narrator in the sense that we're seeing what he's seeing, but nobody else is seeing what he's seeing. But this movie did such a good job about saying, no, he's really wanting the drugs. Now you get to see everything that he does to try to get them, including but not limited to breaking into cars, stealing stuff to try to pawn like little kid iPad, and then robbing a house that clearly has a car in front of it, so maybe people are home. He didn't really check to see if anyone was home. He just walked in and went, wow, sure is quiet, let me go. And stealing like silverware, and then he encounters some creepy shit. Some of the creepiest shit to me. And he's just interacting with things around him. He's the type of character that he's not the main character for a reason, but he's the best side character because you still see everything creepy happening around him, but he's still the character to not acknowledge it. And when he does acknowledge it, it's far too late.
Way too late. Way too late.
I love James. James's chapter is probably my favorite just because of how chaotic and not chaotic it is to the story.
Okay.
It's chaotic for his world. It's not for the world around him.
Yes, I like that. I like that you put it that way. That's actually really good. Very good. All right, so we got to give the props to James. My man knows how to play a good old-fashioned junkie boy. I actually really enjoyed his chapter too. Here's the thing though, while watching it, you don't feel bad for him because he's not a good guy. You know, even with the whole when he finds the kids, like he goes and he makes the call because he sees it in the pawn shop and he makes the phone call. But the first thing to him was, how do I get my money and when do I get my money? Not like, oh yeah, those kids are missing. He didn't give two shits about the kids. He wanted the money because he needs to get the drugs. So,
I'm glad you mentioned this. He's not a good guy, and I could probably argue that nobody in this movie is a good person.
I wanted to say that too. They all kind of were assholes.
100%. You'll probably agree with this when I say the only good character in there was Alex.
Yeah, the little boy.
The little
Yeah,
boy.
the only person that you empathize with, the only character that you sympathize with and want good things to happen is Alex. The rest of them, every adult in there, you're like, you're not a good person and your life is trash.
I kind of at points felt bad for Josh Brolin's character just because he's like grieving his son. Wait, that was his name.
Yeah.
Okay. I felt bad for him at times because I could understand like your kids just like missing. But yeah, none of them were very good people. They were all kind of trash people, but I still didn't hate any of the characters either.
Right?
So it was weird that like the way they did it still kind of made you like them and feel bad for them in a way, almost.
Yeah.
Or I felt bad for some of them at times, but
Yeah.
No, that's a good way to put it.
That
Yeah.
is a very good way to put it. So in that case, let's go to Edie. Edie, you said also your favorite character is James.
yes.
Okay.
I would say so.
So why is James your favorite character?
Wait, okay. He's one of my favorites.
Okay. Who's the other one then?
Aunt Gladys.
Aunt Edna. Aunt Edna from National Lampoon's Vacation. She looks like her. I'm sorry. She looks just like her. Every time I talk to somebody about this movie, I'm like, oh my God, wait till you see Aunt Edna. She is so bad. And then people just go, if they actually have seen the movie, just like you two did, just go, wait, what? But you, of course, you let me continue going. And it's just like, Aunt Edna. I think he means Aunt Gladys, but we're going to go with Edna on that one, too. I'm sorry. She looks like her. We've all seen National Lampoon's Vacation, I'm assuming, right? We've at least seen the movie one time. Okay. So we understand that she kind of looks like her.
Yeah, it's not wrong.
Yeah. I kind of didn't correct you in the beginning because I'm like, I kind of know what he means, but I can't remember if that's her name anymore. And then I looked it up and I was like, no, it is Gladys. Okay,
It's
I'm not tripping.
Gladys. It is
But she
indeed Gladys.
she is Aunt Edna, and she is Aunt Gladys.
She's my Aunt Edna. She could be your Aunt Gladys.
She's the crazy aunt.
Crazy Aunt Gladys, or in my case, Aunt Edna. Okay, so you say Aunt Gladys. Aunt Gladys is your favorite.
I think she's probably my top favorite, but James was a great character, and I just really liked his snippet, whatever you would call it. Yes.
His chapter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Snippet.
But unfortunately, Aunt Edna, to me, will always be Aunt Edna. And Aunt Gladys, she didn't get a chapter, but she does appear in all of them. She does indeed appear in all of them. We got a couple of jump scares with her, too, looking like a crazy-ass clown. Scary-ass bitch.
Oh, I really like the scene. Was it James's
In the woods.
where she's waving?
Pennywise.
I just love that scene. I love that scene because he thinks he's like, because he's high, right? So he doesn't know if it's like actually happening or not.
That's kind of where I was thinking with the unreliable narrator, because I'm like, is she actually there? And if it weren't for the other chapters, I wouldn't have known that she is like the pinnacle of every anthology, that it's like, oh, she is the character you see in every chapter, until we get to her finale. I saw her waving in the woods very Pennywise-like.
Very Pennywise-like.
I'm like, all right. And specifically, I'm just like, oh, he is tripping. And of course, we get that wonderful scene afterwards where he's hiding from her saying, you're not real, you're fine. And when Paul walks up to the tent, he stabs him in the face with more meth needles.
Yeah. Wouldn't you punch him then?
Then would be completely justified to beat the shit out of him.
Right,
But,
because
right
this
now,
time you get fucking stabbed. Like, you know, he didn't have to ask any questions. He was just trying to see what's going on and get stabbed right in the face, too.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Like, damn. But I will say, definitely, definitely straight Pennywise, makeup and hair and all, looking like little Pennywise out there with the little creepy wave. My favorite was Josh Brolin's jump scare when he's when he's looking at Michael, and Michael's like all like, just sitting there, and he's not really moving. And it turns in it's Aunt Edna, Aunt Gladys. And when he wakes up, my theater was rolling. He wakes up and what the fuck? And it just everyone's laughing. Everybody's laughing, and I think it was that moment I was like, I really like Josh Brolin's character.
Yes.
Like, I'm like, because that's what I would say. What the fuck? So fucking great. Like, he's like at this moment that he finally feels and sees his kid, and he's asking him, where are you? Where are you? And then it turns into fucking Aunt Gladys. What the fuck? It was so great. So fucking funny. But Aunt Gladys, okay, let's talk about Aunt Gladys real quick. I can't say before. All right, you know what? Let's do that. Edie, I'll go to you first. Before you seen the movie, what did you think was actually happening? Why was this happening? Even though I will mention this, though, the poster is telling a little bit of lies there. It's a little false advertisement. Said all the kids, all the fucking kids left and never came back. But one kid did indeed come back. Obviously, they're not going to say that because then, well, spoilers. But before you seen the movie, what did you think was actually happening?
I'm not sure I thought about it too hard in the beginning.
Sure.
Just because, and I think that's what interested me about this movie, because I was like, what is this about? Mm-hmm. And that's why I don't know why I wanted to see it so bad, because I wish I had a better answer for that, but I don't think I thought about it too hard. I was like, I just felt like it was a mystery in general.
Okay.
That's kind of how I felt.
Okay, but now while watching the movie, you're starting to see more, not everything clearly. What did you start thinking it was?
While I was watching?
While watching. Before you actually find out.
In a way, I think there was some foreshadowing, like with what was her name in the movie? Justine's car and stuff. Mm-hmm. I don't think that I necessarily put it like two and two together that it was her who was but I think maybe I'm wrong. That's just how I interpreted it. Like I would say there was some foreshadowing.
Okay.
But as far as what was happening with the kids and stuff, I really wasn't too sure. I really wasn't. I really didn't have any like speculations.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Sabrina, when you were watching, did you have any clue either? Did you think maybe it's this? Maybe this is what's happening? Or did you try to go in blind as well? Like, I'm not even going to think about it.
No, honestly, just the same as Edie. I kind of went into this going, I am ready to be told a story instead of trying to figure out the story itself. The trailer and the poster was insightful enough. I knew it either had to be some sort of cultish thing or some sort of like combined entity thing based on it being so many kids and the way the kids are posed as they're running through the streets. I'm like, it has to be something controlling them, but I don't know what that something is, and I'm not trying to dive into it. Mm-hmm. I went into this movie blind, ready to be told the story.
Okay. Now, while watching the movie, did you start trying to put pieces together? Did things start to click in your brain a little bit going, wait a minute, I think I may know what might be going on here?
About, I would say after the second chapter,
okay.
I was trying to speculate what clues were consistent throughout those two chapters. And I said, it's either got to be something super supernatural or something really, really dumb.
Okay.
It is in no way something practical. So I said it either has to be something supernatural, whether it be witchcraft or cult, or it has to be super dumb. And I'm here for it either way.
I had one point where I thought when the big giant, I believe it was not sure which kind, but it was like the gun scene. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The giant. I did at that point kind of, because now that I'm thinking back as I'm sitting in the theater, I did kind of think, I was like, maybe it's like an alien thing. Like maybe that's a UFO. And obviously that wasn't the case at all. That was the only point that I think I thought for a second. And then I was like, and then I watched it more and I was like, no, it's not aliens.
I'm glad you mentioned that.
That's
because
good.
I thought when I saw that maybe it was a mass hysteria for a school shooting.
People still think that.
Yes, people
Yeah.
do.
That they're interpreting a lot of that into that, which maybe, I don't know.
I mean, it's not too far of a stretch to say it might be a metaphor for it, but for a horror film, it's a stretch.
Yes, I
Like,
agree.
if
Also,
you
the
want-
way Zach Kreger does stuff,
Yeah.
sometimes he just does stuff, and there's not really like a huge
Yeah.
explanation, which I know people always want an explanation, but
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it's just the way it is.
Yeah, that's
I
so
mean,
true.
He's from Whitest Kids You Know, so
Yes.
sometimes it is to be funny.
Yeah, that is true. Everybody feels when they watch a movie, especially nowadays, that there's a message behind everything. Sometimes there really isn't. You're just diving into shit instead of just watching a movie and saying this is enjoyable or this sucks or something like that. But it's always like, well, this is definitely a message here. The gun shows up there and they're like school shooting. Like maybe or maybe not. Maybe that's just
Yeah.
not the whole case. Maybe that was to throw you off, or maybe that was just him saying, "Put a gun up there." Yeah, well, we fucking put a gun up there, but it'll be funny. They'll love it. Yeah, so I feel that when I was watching the movie beforehand, I didn't try to speculate anything. My brain does work that way though, where I'm like, it's a mystery. I love to figure out mysteries. I'm gonna figure out who the killer is. That's how I play the game. When I watch, Knives Out, for example. And I love that movie. And when I'm watching it, I'm like, I need to determine who the killer is because when they show it, I'm going to say, fucking knew it. But if they can trick me, I get more like, wow, that was amazing. Good job, movie. With this one, I went in there not thinking anything. As the movie was going on, I did start to think witchcraft. And I'm like, okay, I was thinking maybe paranormal stuff. And then I'm like, that doesn't really make sense. And then I was really but let me not even say witchcraft, voodoo. I was leaning into voodoo, which technically that is also involved with this, with voodoo. It's witchcraft.
I'd say there was a lot of both.
Yes, it's witchcraft and voodoo. That's
A
the
lot
way
of
I would
voodoo
put it.
going on, though, for sure.
Lots of voodoo. And Aunt Gladys loves her voodoo. Hence, she got to take the hair, wrap it around, put the blood on there. Very voodoo-like stuff. But she's obviously
Her
a witch.
downfall.
She's sucking the lives out of these people, hence what's keeping her not from dying. So I did start feeling the voodoo vibe, or the voodoo child, as we know, a great Jimi Hendrix song. But one thing that pretty much what's the word, Sabrina? Solidified. Thank you. Solidified was the Benedict Wong situation.
Yes.
The second, okay, a couple things really funny. Number one, he was gay, and he weirdly can play a pretty good gay guy. Anybody agree? He wasn't flame gay. He wasn't like, hey, he was Benedict Wong. And then when he opens the door and then his husband shows up and I was like, he's gay? I never thought you would have never. So he plays a very good gay guy. But when she shows up and puts the bowl, can I get a bowl of water? And I'm watching going, a bowl of water? This is where, then I saw the stick, then I saw the hair, and I went, oh, okay, very good, very good. We are on voodoo right now. We are hitting hard with voodoo. Did you, Sabrina, enjoy Mr. Wong? Did you enjoy him in this movie?
I did.
You did.
To follow up on what you were saying, I love that they had the matching Mickey and Minnie shirts.
Yes.
It was so cute. I'm just like,
was.
oh, because you see him in the store wearing the Mickey shirt, and then it shows them later with a charcuterie board of hot dogs.
Yes.
Just a tray of hot dogs. I'm like, okay.
Did you hear about the hot dog thing? Apparently, I don't know if this is true because I don't know if he ever confirmed it, but you mentioned Whitest Kids You Know, and
Yeah.
apparently it was a tribute to what's his name, Trevor Moore.
Oh,
That's what they were saying
Yes,
because
I
there
heard
was
about
the
that.
video, the hot dog video,
Right.
and because I was laughing at the hot dog scene so hard, actually everyone in my theater was cracking up at that scene. We were all laughing. We're like, why? Why?
Just
And then
random hot dogs.
someone was like, is it because they're gay?
Oh my
I
God.
just
That's pretty funny. I wouldn't have thought about that, but honestly, if that was a metaphor, the phenomenal metaphor. And so was the Mickey and Minnie shirt.
that was cute.
Man can
All
play
of
a
it was
good gay
cute
guy.
and funny. everything about his relationship and him as like the school principal, he was trying to be responsible, but then you see him at home where he's just like kind of relaxed in his life. And there's just a whole tray of hot dogs, man. I mean, I guess go ham, enjoy.
Well, unfortunately,
when Aunt Gladys shows up, my
Aunt
God, and
Edna.
she's sitting there going, I walked, all the way across town to talk to you. I'm just like, lady, there's a phone. There's a phone to be used. And she's like giving every excuse in the world of why she couldn't. She just had to see him now. I'm like, this is going to be some shit. I can just feel it in my bones. This is going to be the turning point of the movie. And it kind of is, because then it shows you exactly what's going on.
yes.
Exactly what's going on and why it's going on. And that is where we have to look into each of our characters and go, okay, so how did they piss her off for her to go after them? Because at that point, it's just like, okay, you're doing something for yourself. How did all these people become your target? And I mean, I feel bad because Marcus, even though he's like the one to bring the bearer of bad news, where he's like, oh yeah, CPS is going to be called and they're going to come search your house, because there was some speculation. She's just like, well, who told you? And he's like, well, I can't tell you. I can't disclose that. And it's like, all right, now we start to see her world unfold as she's trying to protect herself.
That's right.
But it's still really fucking dumb for her to just come to his house and give every excuse. If some strange old woman came to my house and was like, oh, I ran across town, I'd just be like, that's crazy. Have a good day.
Yeah, just be like, get out of here and close the door.
Yeah. Let alone if
she
she
said
asks
that's
you for
right.
a bowl of water.
A bowl of water.
I don't know about you. If somebody says, can I have a bowl of water at my house? I'd just
be like, please leave.
I'd be like, let me put it on the floor if you want to act like a silly bitch. Like,
A silly bitch. She was being very silly bitch on that one.
I swear to God. But like the whole aspect of it, once when she starts bringing everything out of her big carpet bag, I'm just like, okay, first of all, quirky aunt, love it.
Yes, I
Second of
agree
all,
too. I
when
said
she
the same
starts
thing.
Taking everything out. Yeah. She starts taking everything out next to the bowl. I'm like, and here it is.
Yeah.
The bullshit.
Yeah. The bullshit. I said the same thing watching it when she pulls out that big bag, just like Aunt Edna got her big bag, pulls out that bag,
Yup.
she opens it up, and she's and very like calm, and like neat too. Like, she's talking while she's doing it, just like, and the bell goes here.
You could
stick
sense
here.
the switch in her when she's like pretending to be out of breath and asks for the bowl of water and he questions her. She stops being out of breath and says, oh yeah, it's just a quirk. I stopped questioning it. And she's completely normal and fine.
Yes.
At what point should he have stopped and said, you seem oddly good now. Can you get the hell out of my house?
Yes. Should have asked her to leave very quickly because, man, it had unfortunately ended in, him giving head to his husband, literally in the head, and breaking that man's oh my God. Like, I feel terrible for him because we do understand that when this does occur, this voodoo, this witchcraft, they are technically like under her spell in that sense, but they kind of know what's going on. Like, they just can't stop it. So imagine being him, just bashing his phone. Which, what a scene! Okay, what a scene! What a scene to listen to too, because you hear it, and he's
You hear the salsa being made.
Oh my God, disgusting as hell. He comes up. That's where you get to see the eyes bulging out. Where you're like, damn, man, that sucks. And then she just cracks the stick, and he takes off Naruto style running. Because that's one thing they do, these kids. They're just Narutoing. Okay, I'm not an anime fan. I might be saying it incorrectly, but I'm going to call it Naruto. Naruto running. That's what they're doing, which did kind of made me laugh a little bit. But yeah, he was charging at fucking Julie Gardner's character.
That was a great scene. It reminded me of when I lived in Portland, Oregon for 3 years. That's just what the street looked like. People running at you like that.
Really
bloody.
concerned.
I was waiting for a fucking story. I was about to go, wait a minute. So
Just bloody.
Portland, Oregon, don't go there. There's there's
I
zombies.
don't recommend, but hey.
There's some people out there running Naruto style at you.
I'm not kidding. As I was sitting there, I said, this reminds me of that time I lived in Portland for 3 years.
That's something to put on a list. That's funny. Things to go on my list now. Portland, Oregon. You just made the list because that's what happens there. Naruto running.
I have
that's
questions for
something like
Portland,
that.
Oregon.
Something like that.
I always wanted to go to Oregon. I'm never going now because I'm gonna have Benedict Wong chasing me with his bulgy ass eyes.
Considering you are also Florida people, I do not recommend. It's better here. It's better here. Just listen to me.
Okay. So all the listeners out there, go to Portland, Oregon.
Somebody
us know.
from Portland's gonna get offended, but it's okay.
Oh, they're listening to the wrong show if they get offended.
If they know nothing else, then that's their basis. And
Wow.
Edie's here to tell you, and we're here to tell you. Try again.
Phenomenal. Very good to know.
Somewhere else.
Portland,
Love that
Oregon.
scene though. The scene before, I mean, even the scene where he's like literally bashing his husband's head in, felt very bad for his husband, like definitely. But that was a good scene. I mean, because I just love that. I didn't expect it to get I think it was that the first kill?
Yes.
Yeah, because I didn't expect that at all. I was like, whoa, because I love gory stuff. I am like a girly girl, but when it comes to gore, I'm just a freak. I'm like, yes, this is amazing.
It's very
But-
glorious.
I knew I liked her.
It was good. I was
Yeah.
just sitting there like, this is great. But also, that was crazy.
You talked earlier about like having just your mouth open half the time. That was the first time my jaw dropped in the movie, and
Oh.
like the entire scene until he got hit by the car, it
Yes.
was open, like from start to finish.
Yeah,
And
my-
I do like that both the husbands died with their heads bashed in,
Yes.
just in different ways.
Yes. Actually, the
Matching
moment
shirts, matching deaths.
matching shirts. When he was bashing his head into his husband, there was a guy in the theater. I'm not going to say his skin color, but you could probably figure this one out. When he's doing it, he goes, "This motherfucker." The whole theater was losing it. They're like, "What?" And he's this
Oh my God.
motherfucker. Where's Doctor Strange? I said I couldn't keep I couldn't even continue from there. Like when he like lifts up and that's when she does the stick crack, like everyone's laughing because that's the Doctor Strange moment. And we're just like, what?
That
Where'd
is so
come
funny.
from? Really good. That was so funny. Like when we were leaving too, I even seen the guy. I was like, that was fucking awesome, dude. And he was like, I mean, come on. And I was like, I mean, I agree, but that shit was wild. Mad funny. So the one thing when it comes to Aunt Edna, Aunt Gladys, she is one creepy bitch, like super duper creepy. Would you say that she's scary? Would you put her in the scary category, or would you say just creepy? Anybody?
I feel like what she does is scary, but her herself is just creepy and uncomfortable.
Okay.
I think she's like her persona is just quirky, and then she gets real creepy.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would classify her as necessarily scary, but yeah, what she was doing was scary.
Yes.
That was quite scary.
Her
Yeah.
actions are scary.
Her actions are very scary.
Herself is just creepy and
A creepy
awful.
Yeah.
bitch. She needs to learn how to put makeup on.
Yes.
In all honesty, like she was.
I mean, she's good at clown makeup though.
Yes, very good. She's
I
very
love her
Pennywise.
makeup every bit.
Yeah. It was great.
You should dress like her for Halloween.
I would love to.
You can be Aunt Edna and
My
Gladys.
only issue is I need to get a bald cap because I don't want to wear the red wig with your hairline all the way back here. I want to.
Sure.
I want to wear the scraggly like couple strands in the back.
The witch look.
Yes.
That was
Yes.
like her real witchy kind of look. I wouldn't
Yeah.
say she was. I wouldn't say she was scary either. I didn't have like those moments when like the scene would happen or they would show her with like the hair and whatnot, and I would go, "Ooh, like I'm not sleeping tonight." She doesn't have the Bathsheba level. Okay, she's not on that Bathsheba level. Not many people are. But I will say what she did obviously was scary because in that sense you there's nothing you can do. You're fucked. You are stuck. And the one thing that I loved at the end is that they mentioned, though, obviously after everything's done, they mentioned that, yes, everybody's, fine now, but some of those kids still don't even speak. So people are still affected by what happened. A bunch of people died.
There's no happy ending.
That's what I loved. And I actually told that to Jen yesterday.
But it's not a happy
It's not
ending.
a
There's
happy
no happy
ending.
sunshine.
No.
The fact that the child narrator says, like, Alex's parents are still being spoon-fed somewhere, but not by him. He moved in with another aunt, one that's nice to him.
Probably
I'm just
Aunt Edna.
Wow, so literally all of that. His life is fucked. Everyone's life is fucked. And when it said, like, some of the kids started speaking again this year, I'm just like, some of them.
Yeah.
Do you guys personally think that was left open for maybe another movie? The way it ended, or no?
I think we might get not a sequel. I think we might get a prequel. Because I know Krager did mention there's other story to tell. There is another story to tell. I don't know if this can set up for a sequel unless there's more witches. That would be the only other option for that to make sense.
There probably are. There probably are other witches,
like a cult kind of thing.
Like a coven.
Coven, that's the word.
Like a coven. But I feel like it would be a prequel and not a sequel. I feel like for a sequel to be made, it would have to be like not related to the first movie. So it's not a direct sequel.
Yeah. I think we would get a prequel.
You wouldn't see any of these characters again.
No, I agree. I don't think we'll ever see any of these characters.
Yeah, I was just curious.
That's a great question, though.
Edna. Just because I saw some people saying that, but then I was thinking weapons, part of the reason I like it is because it's so just not everything's explained. And I don't know. Sometimes that's okay. But I think that was, I don't think there would be much more to do with necessarily this storyline. But I mean, who knows? I don't know. That's just why I wanted to ask what your thoughts were.
That's a fair question. That's a very fair question. I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, Krager did mention that he does have another story. And a lot of people, I guess, with him in the company that he works with have mentioned that it would be a prequel where it explains more about Aunt Agnes. We'll get more of her actual story and whatnot.
Oh, I did see that. I wasn't sure if that was real or not because they were saying, oh, it's going to go into her story. But I was like, do we need to go into her story? Not saying I wouldn't watch it.
I would watch it. Definitely. I want to see how she does her makeup, what happened with the hair. Does she know Aunt Edna? Because that might be the second aunt. We don't know. This could lead into National Lampoon's Vacation remake. Who knows? We don't know where this shit can go.
National
but I would like to see
Lampoon's
it.
Vacation to Portland, Oregon.
Portland, Oregon, with Naruto running.
That sounds terrible.
Naruto running in Portland, Oregon. What are you going to do this weekend? I was thinking of going to Portland, Oregon, doing some Naruto running while catching Pokemon. Yeah, that sounds about
And you know what? No one would even look at you twice.
That's
It'd just be a
fucking
Tuesday.
weird.
It'd just be a Tuesday. I'm not kidding. I'm not joking.
Sabrina, I think we may have to get a convention out there, whatever Comic-Con they have out there.
I did go to one. It was okay. It was a little too animated out for me, but I do like anime, but here and there. Well, I used to like anime. Now I'm strictly horror, but
I mean, horror anime is on another level.
There is horror anime.
horror anime is fun. That's fun.
I've
But I
seen
definitely
Death Note.
Death Note's good.
I
I
like
gotta
it.
show you some Junji Ito.
I know of there's like the show, right? There's
Yeah.
yeah.
They have Spiral based off Uzumaki, and it's if you like psychological horror, get ready.
That
for
would be one I would
I do.
probably actually watch. Yeah, I'm not. I'd say younger me was more into anime than I am now. But if it's horror anime, I'm down to watch that.
I am not
that right
into
there.
anime. I think maybe Sailor Moon was like my own like anime version of it. Oh, dope. And I don't. I guess you can. Would Pokemon be considered? Would you consider that anime?
Sort
yeah.
of.
Sort of.
Yeah, it's like first iteration.
First
type
iteration,
anime,
like because
yeah.
I know
Yeah.
I'll say yes.
Avatar, like
Some
Last
people may get
Airbender.
mad over
That's
it, but I'll say yes.
well
I think so. Yeah.
for
I think so.
for Pokemon.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
Avatar, now as we know, Mr. A-Town Ryan, big anime guy, he's actually this weekend he went to Anime NYC. Shout out to Mr. A-Town Ryan. Avatar Last Airbender. I was talking to him about that one time, and I'm like, that's an anime. And he goes, no, that is an American anime. He goes, that it's different. And I didn't know that. He's
Western
like,
anime.
Yeah, he was saying, he goes, technically, yes, it is
Westernized
anime.
anime versus like
Classic and right, because he was saying, he goes, this is American. He goes, so it is
Yeah.
He goes, yes, it's technically anime, but it's not though. And I wouldn't know that, but he is a huge anime guy. So and I've been to Anime NYC, and I saw Ryu, and I was very happy because I knew him from Street Fighter. Otherwise, I had no fucking clue who anybody was. And I interviewed people, and I was like, and who are you? Do you like subs or dubs? Like, I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. So I learned a lot.
Do you like subs or dubs?
That was literally the interview question because I didn't know what to ask them. Half the time, I didn't even know what fucking costume they were in. I'm like, I don't. You look like you a Pokemon? No, sorry. You look like one. Like that didn't work out well for me.
He's like, you all just look like Pokemon.
Everyone looks like a
You're all
fucking Pokemon
trainers.
You're all You're a Pokemon trainer. Why you got Cloud on the back of your shirt? It's stupid. Yeah, that didn't work out very well for me. A lot of people didn't like.
Isn't that actually Naruto though?
I believe that is Naruto. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I also heard One Piece is a show you don't want to watch because it's so fucking long. I've been told
Too
that.
long.
I've been told that as well.
If you're about it, you're about it.
I'm not about it. I don't
Me
like
neither.
those straw hats, but I
too
do
long.
like pirates. I do like pirates, but not clown pirates. They kind of freak me out. They look like Aunt Edna and Agnes together. I'm telling you, that's
Honestly,
that's going to be
she
the
is a
sequel.
character straight from One Piece.
She is a character from One Piece, and I've never seen it, but I've seen trailers. So I thought to myself, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So, okay, now we discussed, unfortunately, Benedict Wong getting himself fucking smashed. He smashes his boyfriend, not in any other way with it. He was using his head to bash his head. Please don't get confused. We know they're gay. And he gets hit by... what was it? Was it a car? Was it a truck?
It was a car.
It was a car.
Just a car. The lady gets out of her car and starts screaming, and you can see it's just like a 4-door sedan, and the whole top part of his head is like
Smooshed
up on the sidewalk.
Amazing.
Complete chunky salsa to match his.
It was
his husband.
amazing. It was just disgusting. It was gory. And also
Nice and fast.
It was nice and fast, so he didn't have to worry about it that much. Paul got shot in the fucking neck, right upside the fucking neck, so he kind of had to deal with that unfortunate pain. James also, unfortunately, meets his demise. He meets his demise as well. And then somebody else is going to meet their demise in a hilarious way. But Sabrina, would you say that it was gory?
I would say it was gloriously gory.
I won't survive because of glorious gore. And I won't survive. I won't survive.
That's right. We're talking about Aunt Edna, as I like to call her, or Aunt Gladys, of course. Her glorious gore death. Oh, my Lord. It makes me want to talk this way. Oh, my God. Edie, I'm going to you with this one. What about that death? Was your theater laughing like it was mine? Because, Jesus, you would think I was watching a comedy movie during this death.
My theater was crazy throughout the whole movie, actually. Like, any funny part, even the parts that were funny, but you necessarily wouldn't, like, scream laugh at them.
Mm-hmm.
These people were having the best time. There was a lady that every time she'd laugh, she would snort really loud, and then she'd start choking. I'm not even kidding, because I was laughing harder at the jokes. I was laughing harder at her than the jokes. But that scene specifically, yes, they were laughing very loud.
Oh my, Sabrina, your theater, was it laughing as loud as it was in mine?
Oh yeah, there was laughing, there was clapping, there was cheering. Even just next to me and my boyfriend were having a good laugh at it, and I'm sitting there going, "Holy shit!" And he's just cackling like a witch himself, going like, "That's amazing." It's supposed to be, this moment of like desperation for her as she's being dismembered. But instead, it was hilarious. It was so funny.
So funny. The running when she takes off, like once Alex snaps the twig and she takes off running, like she just knows, and her scream is this like comedy fucking, just and she's running and they're coming. Like that's even more funny. They're fucking booking it. Okay. These little kids are booking it at her and she's running as fast as she can. Remember, she got cancer. She's old as shit and she is running. Okay. And I'll give her credit. She lasted pretty long. She was able to run decently against these, like, how many kids were there? 12?
No, it was like
15?
17?
17 kids. And she outran them for at least a good, I'd say maybe 2 blocks. Maybe about 2 blocks. And the one scene where the guy's doing like the lawnmower and then like she runs by and then the kids run and he just looks, pure comedy, pure just gold on that one. But Jesus Christ, when they catch her, wow, this is Rob Zombie, fucking Eli Roth level of gore. Okay. Now, Sabrina, I know you are a creep and you too loves your gore. And since Mr. Malave is not here, could you please explain to us in as much detail as you can what those children did to my Aunt Edna?
Absolutely. I would love to. I love the build up to this too, just that you mentioned it, the build up of them running at her because she's making sure to close every single door behind her so they have some sort of barrier and they just crash Bandicoot right through that. They don't care. They're doing like sonic spin dives through these windows, through these doors to get at her until one finally tackles her to the ground and the kids swarm on her like flies on shit.
Sure.
And you see little kid hands grabbing at every bit of her. You see a little kid hand grab inside of her mouth and rip her soft palate upwards into her skull.
Yes.
You see her dismembered piece by piece, toe by toe, molecule by molecule, limb from limb by 17 children. This grown-ass woman who was just supposed to control them to live. She fought so hard to live that she took down an entire town to get ripped apart and shredded like Sunday night's chicken by 17 children.
Destruction. Oh, it was so
Blood splattering children in the face, and they are not reacting to it at all.
No.
Their sole mission is to dismember her, to disembowel her, to make sure she is no more.
Yes. Oh my God. Edie, how did you feel during this destruction of just gore and just ripping apart? How did it make you feel?
I loved it, and I was honestly laughing really hard just because it was so. It was in a way though. I was thinking, I was like, what about the kids though? After, like, are they going to remember that? Because they were still in that weird state, sort of. But so I'm like, I wonder if they're going to remember that. I kind of feel bad for them in a way, but also it was so great though.
That's very kind of you to care about the children and how they're going to feel afterwards. Because I do believe, yes, they will remember that in like the back
They're
of their
gonna
head.
be traumatized.
Yeah, holy shit.
But
Can you
also,
imagine?
like, she was messing with them though, so it was
Make them feel good?
warranted.
Maybe it made them feel good while they were doing. I mean, regardless, you still like you didn't just like punch a woman in the face. You literally ripped her to shreds. You
Yeah.
put your hands in there and just ripping her shit up together. She's screaming on the top of her lungs, and my theater laughing their ass off. Sickos. Everyone
I was
that watched it,
laughing.
I was laughing too. I was clapping. I was doing a little weird clap because I was by myself, you know. If I was with somebody, I'd have been hitting them. Like, yo, look at this shit. Like, that's amazing. I'd love to know what Mr. Malave thought while watching this because, as we know, he's indeed the gore connoisseur, as Sabrina gave him that name, which, by the way, that was a phenomenal name.
You're welcome.
I'm sure that man I'm sure he had the highest Woody of all Woodies because he indeed had to love that part. Man, that was so intense and so fucking hilarious. But yeah, I would have to say, at least in my opinion, that Aunt Edna, my Aunt Edna, or Aunt Gladys's death was indeed the best kill in the movie and is indeed glorious gore. Would you say the same, Edie?
Yes.
Sabrina? What would you say?
Oh, 100%.
Yes, great. So
I would
my
say
Aunt
she
Edna gets
has
it.
probably the best death, just because it's not only is it gore and it's glorious gore, it's funny too. So I got to give it in both aspects. Like, we've had some great deaths in this movie, but
Yes.
hers has to take the cake.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And it was warranted
Yes.
Oh, 100%.
because you were for
Extremely.
it too. You're just like, get him.
She was the only death where you're just like, yeah, finally.
Like, get her.
Yeah.
Get her. Get her. Get her.
Like,
And-
she was still my favorite character, but honestly, I was like happy for the kids because I was like, yeah, get her.
Yeah, you felt happy for
great
the children
story.
while also feeling bad because you're like, oh my god, the kids are going to be so fucked up when they get older. They're going to be all fucked up.
Well, it's gonna happen anyway, so
Oh, that's
If
true
it's not
in the world
Aunt
we live
Gladys, it's the world.
yeah.
in. Unfortunately, that is correct. This world will fuck you up. So, children that are listening, you shouldn't be. But if you are, just, don't kill
Your
your
parents are
Aunt
cool,
Edna.
thanks.
Don't kill your Aunt Edna. Don't do that. And don't eat chicken noodle soup from Campbell's. Because obviously that shit looks nasty.
Why not?
I don't like
It looks
that.
nasty, but apparently it helped you live. Like, how long was he
That's
feeding
true.
the Campbells and they're still alive?
That's true.
Clearly, it's something magical about Campbell's.
Campbell's
I think
is
if that
the
was
way
all
to
I
go.
had to eat, I don't think I'd want to live that long.
I don't
If that was it. I
I
don't know.
do.
agree. I
I
don't
do have a question though
Yeah.
for both of you.
Oh,
Do you think they went to the bathroom while they were in a catatonic state?
that's
a
man,
good question.
That's a very good
They
question.
were eating and like
They
he was
had to.
giving them soup and stuff. So like,
They-
did they know
Probably.
Yeah. I don't.
how trashed is that basement and how trashed is that couch?
Ugh. It would
Probably
be
bad,
like
yeah.
the Terrifier house. It would be so nasty.
I was just
smells
about
like
to say,
it.
I'm prepping you for Terrifier House.
You ain't prepping me for shit. I ain't going.
I
in
think
it.
you need to go in though. I think he needs to go in, don't you?
We'll see about that.
Go on the dry trail. That way you can just like
Yeah, smell the shit.
Not
Yes,
have it
that's what.
stick.
That's what I do. You know what? Because you know what happens.
Get some Vicks Vapor Rub. I use it for my allergies.
That's
You
what
can
I
be like the
said. I
FBI.
said to do that. I was like,
Yeah.
maybe put some Vicks on my nose might
take a
help.
note from Crime Scene.
Oh,
What is it? The Vicks Vapor Rub and essential oil.
Yeah.
yeah. My mom actually told me that with the Vicks. She goes. We were talking about something, and I mentioned with the house and whatnot, and she goes, "Dude, just put Vicks on under your nose." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know that's true." And I was like, "But what if it's too strong?" She goes, "Well, then you're fucked." She goes, "But Vicks is very
Hold your
strong."
breath. It's not the entire house.
Yeah, like she got.
So
I'm
got-
addicted. It's
I got
my
it
friends
too.
buy it as a joke. I'm not even kidding.
No, I got
It's
like
a
two in the
cure-all.
house. It is. It does the best, man.
Abuela knows, okay?
I don't eat it though, because there was that lady on My Strange Addiction who ate it.
No, I wouldn't
Yeah.
do that.
Minty.
That's free. All right, we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, I'm going next Sunday. We'll see what
Just
happens.
to be fair, they also said that not the entire house will smell terrible. Sometimes you'll smell popcorn. Sometimes you'll
like
smell
popcorn.
candy. Okay.
Well,
So the
yeah,
shit's
okay.
probably
Until I get
very
to the
minimal.
shit. That's
Okay.
the problem. I don't want to get to
Okay.
the shit.
Minimum.
But
I'm not too excited about the smell, but I'm gonna
I'm just gonna hold
go
my
in.
breath.
Yeah. I gotta
just gonna
go.
hold
I
my
gotta
breath.
go.
we're gonna see what happens. Okay. Stop trying to force me to do something I don't want to do. I don't really appreciate. I will call Aunt Edna. Okay. And as you know, she's not
Do
with
it.
us
Maybe
anymore.
I'll finally
but
get a
she-
break.
A little break. Break of a fucking
Please.
twig. And as I mentioned
Break of my
before,
soul.
a break of my soul. Well, speaking of breaking souls, as you know, I mentioned in the beginning where somebody sent me a screenshot. Almost spoiling this movie etiquette. Something I, as a huge movie fan, the movie guy Bebe himself, I don't like when people do that. And it really irked me so fucking much. I was so pissed off because it could have ruined my movie experience on a most anticipated movie. And what happened after that happened, I sat at work because this happened while I was at work. I sat at work and I thought, I could have got really nasty. I didn't get really nasty, but I did something. And I'm going to do it again now for everybody out there that's listening. Sabrina, you know what I'm going to do, right? Because you know what happens when somebody goes and tries to spoil a movie for me that I'm anticipating. You know what happens to them when you know what happens? Oh,
I don't. Can you explain it to me, please?
well, I'll tell you what happens.
You just made the list. You just made the list. You just made the list.
And I'm going to put my wife, Jen, on my list for sending me a fucking screenshot trying to spoil the damn movie. So here we go. There's the click of the pen. Here we go right now. I got my list app. The ladies can see it. Got the list app right here. And here we go. Jen, who sends screenshots of possible movie spoilers. Jen has now made my list. Don't ever, everyone out there, do not send any screenshots. Do not spoil any movie for anyone, especially if it's anticipated. If the person lets you know how excited, keep in mind, I let her know how excited I was to see this movie. I was so pumped when I had my opportunity to get the ticket. I got the ticket and I did a little dance. I was dancing. I was so excited for this movie. Josh Brolin's in it. He's Thanos. I love Josh Brolin. I was so pumped. And then she sent the screenshot and could have ruined every ounce of that viewing for me. But I took like a man. I didn't cry about it. And I sat there and watched it. But though I didn't cry, now she makes the list. And as I always say, you do not want to make this list. So welcome to the list. Jen, my wife, is number 2. Sabrina, number 2 on the list. It's her and Man vs. Wild.
I forgot about Bear Grylls.
Man vs. Wild is number 1
Forgot about
right
Bear
now.
Grylls.
And she is number
Oh
2.
my God.
When people see the list, they're going to be so confused. So yeah,
I
there
can't
you
wait
go.
till you have a nice long list of things.
Oh
And
my God,
out
me
of
too.
context, it's just wild.
Well, don't worry. When we go to our convention, Spooky Empire MegaCon, we're going to be at Ocala Comic Con September 20th, throwing it out there. Me and Big Money is going to be there. We're doing a panel. Really excited about that. And when I go to Halloween Horror Nights next Sunday, I indeed got myself a little list. And if anybody scares me, and I get very scared, I'm going to put them on my list, right in front of their face, too. I'm just going to click the button, put them on the list, and continue walking, because I know you have to keep walking. You can't just stand there. You got to keep walking. So everybody out there, if there's some scare actors out there that are listening, they're like, oh, Tommy's going to be here. Oh, we love Mr. Oh So Smooth. Oh, we want to see the favorite movie therapist. You scare me, you make the list. So fuck that shit. Damn. So, okay. We got some gore. Somebody made the list. And now it's time. Sabrina, I think, can you back up just a little bit more? Take a couple steps
Do
back.
I get to show you?
Yeah. Can we finally see what is in your creep corner?
You never leave. You never see me. Creep corner. You creep, I become your mourner. When you scream, I drown inside your horror.
You've lived through so much in your short time on this earth. You've ran all the way upstairs away from the horrors below. You're trapped in a bathroom. Your loved ones are right outside, banging on the door, screaming at you to let them in, feeling almost feral, trying to get at you, like their main goal is to tear you limb from limb. You have to think quick. And there's only one thing you can do. As you remember what your aunt showed you, how the magic works, you grab a stick, you cut your hand and lather it, tying around specific hair, while you're trying to complete your what seems like a quick time event. Your mother's face appears through the door, almost like a Jack situation from The Shining. Her face appears, battered, stabbed with a fork, bloody, feral, manic. And as you stare down the face of your mother, you know there's only one thing left to do. snap that twig and hope for the best. But Miss Lily made it to my creep corner.
Miss Lily.
The look on her face, yes. The look on her face, and I'm trying to think of this in the context of the character. Alex is a child. The creepiest things he's seen, like he's been terrified by a lot of things, but he finds comfort in his parents, and now his parents are the threat.
Yeah.
Seeing his mother's face come through the door like, here's Jack, is just terrifying. It is creepy as all hell, where she is standing there screaming at him, mouth agape, black between her teeth, like just ready to kill her own child that she doesn't even care for anymore. And that child is absolutely creeped out and terrified. So Miss Lily made my creep corner.
Miss Lily deserves to be in that corner because that would creep me out too. She would have creeped me out with her sticking her head down. She just shoves her head right through the right through the bathroom
Literally,
door,
it's
screaming.
The impact it had as she shoves her face in the door and just screams this guttural sound. You're like, I am not coming out of that alive. I don't know how Alex did.
I appreciate that Alex, moved on from this by going with another aunt, a good aunt. I actually,
one that's nice.
Yeah, one that I actually thought he was going to go with Julie Gardner. I thought that's what that was going to end up with. Like she would have taken him, like an adoption kind of type of thing in that sense. But he went with a different aunt. But yeah, he's not.
If you think about it in that sense, she wouldn't have been a good parent with her very messy life.
Well, that is very true. That does make a lot of sense. But I just don't think Sir Alex will be able to look at his parents ever again. I know I wouldn't.
That's why they're being spoon fed by somebody else, not him.
In a mental hospital because they were all
later.
done fucked up. But indeed, Miss Lily makes it to the creep corner, and in order for this to wrap up properly, we're gonna have to kick her in the face.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Because I would kick her right in the fucking face, scream at me like that.
Yeah.
She better watch her mouth.
Yeah.
It's not nice. Or maybe stab her with one of James's.
She would be torn limb from limb next.
Or stab her with one of James's needles.
Yes. But
Right
I don't
in
know how Alex would get those. I hope Alex doesn't touch them.
No, I hope Alex does not also end in James's situation. Maybe that'll be weapons too. Alex is older now and is living in a tent.
Get him his life, he might.
Yeah, honestly, yes, that does
He'll
make
either
sense.
end
He'll
up
be fucked up.
wildly successful with a great story, or he'll wind up more fucked up than James.
Yeah, and James pretty fucked up. Man was living in a tent.
No in between.
He was living in a tent.
Yeah.
So that was it was pretty bad. But that is the end. We are done discussing the movie Weapons. Now, as you know on this show, we don't go scene by scene. So there are things we didn't discuss, but that's because you need to go out and watch the movie, come back, talk to us, let us know what you think. Or, hey, if you ever see it at us at a convention, we could talk about it there. Don't say something stupid, because you might make the list. It's time to say our goodbyes. It's time to say our sayonaras, and we'll be back very, very soon. Let's start with our guest, who came a new student in Night School Horror. She has enrolled in Night School Horror. I have the paper here right now. Miss Edie, go ahead and say your goodbyes and tell people where they can find you, so that everybody that's listening is like, ooh, I must follow, because I follow her on TikTok and she has amazing videos, gives really great reviews. So you guys definitely got to check it out. Go for it.
Well, TikTok, yes. At Fiery Final Girl. TikTok. That's
it.
That's my main. I mean, I use Instagram on occasion, but I'm only using that in case TikTok ever flies away.
Okay, that's fair.
That's understandable.
That's fair. So everybody, please go out there, follow her, like, subscribe, do whatever you have to do, because your favorite movie therapist is letting you know that. Edie, thank you so much for coming on. This was fantastic. Did a great job, by the way. I know you were very nervous. And you fucked Portland, Oregon for me, by the way. Completely ruined Oregon.
Can't vacation there anymore.
Hey, you can still go.
No, I'm not getting chased by Narutos.
If you're gonna go out though, if you're gonna go out and maybe do some hiking or something, it's fine for that. That's okay.
No, I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I don't hike.
Well, yeah.
We don't,
Yeah.
we don't fucking hype.
I'm just
we
saying,
do
that's not what it's good
Naruto.
for.
We
That's
will
not what it's good
Naruto in
for.
the street, though. Everybody out there in Portland, Oregon, I hope to see you soon as you Naruto in the street. Again, thank you so much for coming on. We definitely will see you again because there's more movies coming out and there's more movies to discuss.
You will.
Excellent. Sabrina, say your goodbyes.
Well, I always have fun being the favorite creep. I'm so glad that we had another creep here to enjoy the show with, and it's so nice to have Edie here because getting her perspective was a lot of fun. And like I know some of it we agree on, and then other bits we don't. And it's nice to have another perspective, especially from a new student. So thank you, Edie, for coming. I look forward to seeing you again real soon. And much like weapons, just if you ever feel like going out in Naruto running, please just don't. Don't do it at people, because if anyone does this at me, you can be sure you're getting a swift kick in the pants. That is a formal warning for everyone from here on out. Thank you. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the corner. Bye-bye.
Oh, shit. Okay, cool. So things not to do while at a convention. Don't come up to me dressed as Bathsheba. Punch you right in the face. Do not Naruto run at Sabrina. Kick you right in the nuts. Oh, man, that's funny. And you know what? When we go to Spooky Empire, I know it's going to happen. You know it's going to happen. Especially with this movie being as hot as it is right now. People are going to Naruto run, and they're going to come right at you, and I hope you swift them right in the fucking balls. That'd be fucking hilarious. Maybe stab them with James's needle. I don't know. Whatever works.
I am trained.
Oh, yes, that is very true. You can fuck everyone up in that convention. These are facts, by the way, everybody listening. But my name is Tommy James, a.k.a. Mr. O So Smooth, the smooth effect himself, the movie guy, babe, and of course, as you know and only know, your favorite movie therapist. Thank you guys so much for tuning into Night School Horror. We got ourselves a new student. We're going to keep on keeping on. And the next movie coming out is The Conjuring, The Last Rites. Sabrina, me and you are doing that one.
Go.
Weezer doing that one, but before Weezer do that one, we got to do the three of them, which means we got to talk about Bathsheba, that bitch again. And you know I don't like her. She scares me. She scares the shit out of me. But you know we're going to talk about that before that Conjuring Last Rites episode does drop. I am going to see it in IMAX. IMAX. I'm going to get scared. Whoever's sitting next to me will become my teddy bear. Oh, I'm fucking doing it. Listen, I do it for the show, okay? I do it for the show. But also before we sign off, of course, you have to go like, subscribe, and enroll with Night School Horror. Because if you don't, well, then you make the list and you're a jackass. But also shout out to Pop Culture Pros, because Night School Horror is part of Pop Culture Pros. If you guys like sports and entertainment, you got to check out Pop Culture Pros. We are the pros in pop culture when it comes to horror itself. So thank you, Pop Culture Pros, for all you do for us. I know Sabrina got a chance to see Fantastic Four because of it.
Hell yeah, buddy.
So
Pop
that
Culture
was pretty
Pros is
dope.
like my new bestie.
That is our that's all of our besties, indeed. Because we're pros in pop culture. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Peace.